Thanks for tuning in to tonight's podcast, Absolute Insanity. Cab 7, Greenbaywacky, talk about Christmas shopping nightmares. I don't think you'll be able to turn this off. Listen to it while you're driving, doing dishes, lounging around the house. I just don't care, so long as you share it everywhere. Hey, that rhymed. Okay. Here we go. And we're live, 107.7, the current where insanity knows no boundaries. Now, today, we're going to talk about something that everybody does. Well, at least some people do. Christmas shopping. The ups, the downs, the all-arounds. We have actually got a special guest tonight. That guest is Cab 7. Cab 7, are you in the studio?
Yes, I'm here, Dave.
Okay, that's a good start. So, we brought you in to talk about Christmas shopping.
Yes, yeah, that's what you paid me good money for.
Good money? Well, how much did you get paid?
Dave, I can't say that on public radio.
Well, I just got to make sure it's not more than me. I mean, I'm going to have to kick your ass off the show then.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, Christmas shopping, it's always, nuts, and we got all these, Black Friday deals and all that kind of stuff. What do you think about Christmas shopping? Have you got any done yet? Or are you even thinking about Christmas shopping yet?
Well, actually, I did go Christmas shopping just recently, and of course, I ran into something I thought I'd never run into. I went in to try on a pair of pants into the men's dressing room. Well, of course, I don't know what it is, but it's like the people that run those dressing rooms don't trust you. They got to count every damn item that's in your hand before you go into the dressing room.
Well, they don't want you to steal it, of course.
How am I going to steal anything? I'm 596 pounds. I can't move very fast.
Yeah. You're going to put it on, then you'll put your old clothes on over it, and you'll walk out the door with their merchandise.
Wait a second. How did you know that?
Well, wait, I'm not saying I've done it.
Wait just a second.
No.
Okay,
No.
I see how it is.
Okay, let's get back to the story. You're talking.
Anyhow, I go into the damn dressing room with, a pair of trousers. They're 114 waist. Now, I didn't know that this store went that large, but as soon as that damn door opened up, the smell that came out of there.
You liked the smell, or you were
Actually, it was very intoxicating.
Okay.
It was not alcohol. It smelled like rotten. It smelled like rotten sauerkraut.
Rotten sauerkraut. Let me get this straight. You went into a dressing room to try on some clothes.
Right.
And you were intoxicated with the dressing room odor, if I'm hearing this right.
That's exactly right. But
it was like Oktoberfest from Germany. It was like sauerkraut.
Well, no, because I don't know what the hell happened. I looked at the tag on those pants and it said 114-inch waist. But that smell somehow shrunk the waist of those pants down to a 26.
Wow. Now, did you become, in fact, a size 26?
I wasn't paid to be ridiculed on this program.
Well, I was just wondering if you shrunk. I mean, it stood to reason that
I think you're trying to make fun of my size.
No, we
just
never make fun.
Because I look like the size of a Volkswagen Beetle doesn't mean you need to make fun of me, okay?
No,
my wife tells me all the time that all she has to do is slap a pair of license plates on my rear end and I'd look like the back end of a Volkswagen Beetle.
We never make fun of anyone with disabilities. That's not it.
That is not a disability, being overweight.
Well, okay. Let's go a different route here. Let's the sauerkraut and your fetish with dressing rooms. I don't know. I think it's just too much for my listeners to handle. How about Christmas shopping? What do you think? Have you done it yet?
I just got done telling you I did.
No. You said you went into a dressing room and you were smelling sauerkraut.
I didn't say that.
That's what you said.
I don't know what the hell kind of interviewer you are, but anyhow. Yes,
look, I keep track of the interviews. That's what I asked you. You said that you went in to try on some clothes. Now, normally people don't try on clothes that they're going to buy for somebody else. Now that leads me to believe that you were actually shopping for yourself.
I was shopping for myself.
Okay, no.
Not too many people wear a 114-inch waist.
Okay, I can roll with that.
Right.
All right, let's get back shopping for. Okay, I'll specify. Let me put the parameters in. Time out. Okay, you're shopping for somebody else, your loved one, your wife, your kids. Have you done any shopping for anyone else? Have you ever in your life shopped for somebody else?
Yeah, I did shop for someone else, my wife.
Your wife. Okay, now that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And what did she think of your purchases?
It's not even Christmas yet. How could she know what my purchases were when I have to get them home and wrap them?
No. I'm talking about previous Christmases. We're drawing on your experience here.
That's kind of hard to conceive since we just got married 4 months ago.
Okay, you're newlyweds.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Were you dating before that?
Hold on just a second. I'm eating some pudding. Hold on.
I don't care about the pudding. You're on an interview. You can't... Oh, shut. What? What? Are you there?
I'm here. Ugh.
Okay. Christmas shopping, you're newlyweds. Were you dating before that?
No, I just met her on the internet.
Okay, she was like a mail order bride or something? I think we're having technical problems here. Is that your microphone?
I get excited about chocolate pudding.
Tap on your microphone. Make sure it's pudding. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know if this is like a family-friendly kind of podcast.
I totally
so
get
far
that.
You have fetishes with sauerkraut dressing rooms, and you have
yeah. Well, listen.
And you have pudding fetishes. It seems
I
like.
love food. Why do you think I got this size? This is the only way I know how to eat pudding. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay. Go ahead with your questioning.
No, you know what I'm starting to think. I think you're lying about your size. No, I
Why
think
would you say that.
Well, because what I think is that you're probably stuffing pudding and sauerkraut in your garments. And so you go with a larger size so you can hide it from your wife.
That's disgusting.
Well, it makes perfect sense to me.
Hiding sauerkraut and pudding in your garments?
Well, I don't know what your fetishes are. It sounds like that's what they are.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I'm farting at the same time.
Okay. Let me just real quick. Let me interrupt this for just a minute. The things that Cab 7 are talking about are not necessarily the views of 107.7 The Current. Please do not listen to Cab 7 if you're pregnant, might become pregnant, you're nursing, might become nursing, or generally just think that this is definitely insane. Okay. Let's get back to Chris. Oh, my goodness. What in the hell was that? Oh, wow. I mean, that's like billowing up, and it's like I'm only on a microphone. Okay, let's get back to Christmas shopping.
Okay,
if we don't, no, we're going off subject here.
Fine.
Okay, Christmas shopping. Let's go a different route. A tree. Have you ever bought a tree?
Oh yeah, I bought a tree. Already.
Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. How about a reindeer? Have you ever bought a reindeer?
Why the hell would I want to buy a reindeer?
Well, I just want to know. We're talking about Christmas shopping. Reindeer falls in the realm.
Think about this for a second. Who buys a frickin' reindeer and puts a live reindeer on their front lawn?
Well, maybe it wasn't a live one. Maybe it was like, those pink swans that you put out in like the summertime.
So you're telling me that you saw a reindeer that looks like a pink swan?
No, I'm not telling you anything. I'm asking. Okay, forget the reindeer. Okay, bad analogy.
Swan. Okay. What the hell is a rain swan?
Okay. How about Santa Claus? Have you ever bought like a light up Santa Claus, something like that? Like a blow up Santa Claus, something like that?
Oh, don't even go there.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to start because we already talked about these other things. Okay, that's a bad analogy. Let's forget the blow up thing. I can see where that's going. I can see the writing on the wall.
Memories like the corner of my mind.
No, that's going to be a copyright strike. Our podcast,
no,
we can't.
No, go ahead.
No, you can't sing that. You can't sing.
I
memories.
know. I realize that.
Okay, that's a copyright strike.
God.
Okay. Back to your wife, your newlyweds. How about some lingerie? Yeah. How about some lingerie? Have you thought about maybe buying some lingerie for the holidays?
This is just too coincidental that you bring that up.
Well, now we're getting somewhere. We're talking about Christmas shopping.
I know, and I did. I bought her some lingerie, and it just so happens I went over to Lane Bryant, and they had a a nice little negligee with reindeers and
Not,
pink swans on it.
not Victoria's Secret. It was Lane Bryant.
No, it was Lane Bryant.
Oh,
And,
wait a
and
minute. Are you
listen,
implying that you're cheap, that you can't spring for Victoria's Secret?
it was the only negligee that had reindeers and pink swans on them.
Oh, I got it. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. You do like pink swans.
I don't like pink swans.
Okay, what about,
My wife
okay.
does.
Okay, so we know you're getting some lingerie. Now, we're not going to tell your wife that. I hope she doesn't listen to the podcast. She's going to get reindeers on her ass and pink swans for wherever. I don't even want to know. What do you think about the lines? What about the lines? Like, everyone nowadays is shopping online. Do you shop online?
I'm
the internet.
I'm still trying to envision my wife with a reindeer on her ass. I can't imagine that.
Well, I'm not trying to envision that. She's your wife. I'm not envisioning
is
that.
this
Look, forget that.
is this
That was a
reindeer
bad analogy.
Is this a reindeer with antlers or is it antlerless?
Just forget that. Forget the reindeer. Just forget that. How about online shopping? Do you shop online? Wait, better yet, we're talking about Christmas shopping. Do you anticipate that you might shop online this year?
I bought a couple things online, but I can't talk about them on here.
Okay, I don't want you to talk about anything illegal or anything like that. This is a family-friendly podcast.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. What about holiday food? How about holiday food? Oh, gee, what? Can you check your mic? Can you please tap in your mic? Can you make sure it's working?
I can't help it. I'm eating chocolate pudding right now.
Okay, I hope it's pudding. I hope that's what it is. I hope that's what it is. Okay. Now back to the holiday shopping. No, wait, it's Christmas shopping. Forget the holiday thing. It's like, Christmas shopping. Okay.
Right.
Christmas shopping. Okay. Do you have any horror stories? How about, I got it. Okay. You sound like you've been around. Like, you're probably around 95 years old. Have you ever had an experience shopping that maybe you'd want to share with our viewers? Like a horror story, like Christmases past, before you were married to the wife that's getting swans and reindeers on her ass.
That's just great that you would bring up any whores.
Yeah, no, wait. No, not those stories. Wait, a horror story, like a bad experience with Christmas shopping. Let me set the parameters there. I could see where this would go. The parameters are Christmas past, bad shopping experience.
Yes, and you just open up a damn can of worms. It was during the shopping Christmas season. I went into the men's restroom and there was a whore. Now it happened one time. I didn't have to pay her that much. I got it.
No. Time out.
STDs really sucks during the holiday.
No. Here, I got to do this again. I mean, this is a hostile guest here. The views expressed by Cab 7 on 107.7 are not necessarily the views expressed by 107.7. Please don't listen to Cab 7 if you are, in fact, pregnant, might become pregnant, nursing, might become able to nurse, or you generally think that this is nuts. Now, look.
I got her pregnant. That's the thing.
No. I don't want to talk. Look, I understand chestnuts roasting by the open fire. I can imagine where that went with you. We don't want your wife to hear. Your wife might hear this anyway. Look, any bad shopping stories, like you went to a store and you were run over by a shopper and you broke your leg because you fell down the stairs trying to get a toy soldier, a drone or something. Bad Christmas shopping story.
That was the bad Christmas shopping story.
That's all you got?
No, there's a lot more than that.
Well, tell me one. You talked about the whore in the bathroom. I said, that's the wrong, time out, wrong. Christmas shopping bad experience. Do you have one?
Well,
like a real one. Like not where you went in the men's room and, things.
Of course.
Okay, tell me your work. Lay it on me. What do you got?
I ended up in Nova Scotia. I don't know how I got up there. And it was during the Christmas holiday. And I get up to Nova Scotia, and there's this lady who pretends that she's an RCMP. I don't believe her. I don't care. The uniform looked authentic, but I still don't believe that she was an RCMP for Canada. No way.
What does this have to do with shopping? You're in Nova Scotia.
I'm on my way to a shopping mall.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay.
Halifax, to be exact.
Okay, I'm following you.
Yes.
You're going to a shopping mall in Nova Scotia. Okay, this is good.
So I get up to the shopping mall, and there's people directing people, traffic to get in the right parking spots. So I finally parked my 28-foot motorhome with it has 16 slide outs. I mean, I can't help that.
Wow, that's impressive, actually.
Yeah.
Is that legal for the road?
Well, when you're driving down the highway at 86 miles per hour with all 16 slide outs out, yeah, that's going to be kind of damaging.
Wow, I think I'm digging this more than the Christmas story. How much did you pay for that rig?
Listen, I want to get back to...
Well, think about it. If it was on clearance and you bought it close to Christmas time, that would fall in the category of a Christmas shopping story.
But that's not a horror story.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get... Okay.
How can a 26-foot RV with 16 slide outs be a horror story?
Okay.
That's
forget it.
Wet dream right
okay.
there.
I went off subject. Okay. I was impressed with the money you were throwing around on the show. All right. You got me. Okay. You 16 slide outs. Get back to... You're on your way to the shopping mall in Nova freaking Scotia.
I don't think there is such a country.
You just told me you were going there.
No.
Where were you going?
You just said Nova frickin' Scotia.
Fine.
There is no frickin' in Nova Scotia.
Okay, you got me. Fine. You got me. My hands were in the cookie jar. My hands were in the cookie jar, okay? There is no fricking Nova fricking Scotia, but there is a Nova Scotia that you're on your way to tell us a story about your shopping experience.
If my 106-year-old aunt heard you say that about her province, she would kick your ass.
What do you mean? She's 106 years old?
She's proud of Nova Scotia, okay?
Now, please, don't tell me that you bought her the reindeer swan combo to put on her ass. I mean,
I don't know how you... I have no idea how you knew that.
You told us you were buying it for your...
Wait a second.
It's your newlywed bride.
Wait,
I put two and two together. I'm like, what if you've done this before and bought it for your aunt? And she's walking around with her Depends and with, swans and reindeer.
I think you're paranormal.
I don't do
Not only you're para-abnormal.
Well, I mean, some people could say I'm abnormal.
Yeah.
What happened in Nova Scotia? Did anything happen?
Well, right now you've got me all conflictuated because you're talking about reindeer on my aunt's ass.
I just said, I proposed it as a hypothetical potential situation because I don't really think you're playing with a full deck. I don't. I don't think that you have, I think you're like one spark plug short of a, tune-up, What the hell is that? Can you check your mic? Tap on your mic. Is it still working?
I don't know how many times I got to tell you that is the way I eat chocolate pudding.
How much chocolate pudding can you eat on one podcast? How much?
If you only knew.
I mean, to slurp it? I mean, what are you using? A straw? Using a spoon? What are you doing?
I'm using a spoon like any human being would. Now, let's get back to the 16-foot slide out.
Oh, yeah. No, you said it was 28 foot with 16 slide outs. Wait a minute. Something doesn't add up here. You told me it was a 28-footer, 16 slide outs, not a 16-footer.
No, wait a second.
Which is it?
You got me confused with someone else.
What?
Listen. I
am listening.
I own a 16-foot slide out. I didn't say anything about a RV that's 28 feet long with 16 slide outs. I own one singular 16-foot slide out.
I can play this podcast back. We're recording it, Cab 7. You told me you had a 28-foot RV on your way to Nova Scotia with 16 slide outs. Now you've got a 16-foot slide out and you've never been to Nova Scotia. Watch it.
How did my 16-foot slide out get up in Nova Scotia? Because I've never been there before.
Okay, back to shopping. We're way off. We're so far off. We're like not even in the same stratosphere. We're supposed to talk about Christmas shopping. We've got an audience that wants ideas, that wants to hear your funny stories. Maybe I'll tell them a story because you don't seem to have one.
None of these are funny stories. You said a horror story.
Oh, my goodness. That's what my podcast is turning into here. My goodness, I think I'll have to take the show over. Guys, there was once one time I went shopping during Christmas. Cab 7er doesn't have any stories. The guy I went to, okay, here's what happened. I went to the checkout. The guy had the biggest loogie hanging out of his nose that I've ever seen. Line of people, 10 people, everyone saw it. Not one person offered that man a Kleenex or said to him, hey, you've got a big ass loogie hanging out of your nose. Please, can you go remove it?
That's disgusting.
Well, that's my story.
And you're sticking to it.
Yeah, I'm sticking to it.
Just like that booger snot was sticking to that guy's snot hole.
Yes.
Can we get back to the interview that
tell me, it's Christmas shopping.
That's what we've been talking about is Christmas shopping.
Goodness. Okay, let me Do you know anything about Christmas shopping? Do you have absolutely anything to say about Christmas shopping other than the swans, the reindeer, the pudding, the 16-foot slide? Do you have anything at all to offer this audience? Anything tangible, even close, remotely close to Christmas shopping?
I think everything I've said has everything to do with Christmas shopping.
Like what?
Oh, God. I don't want to go over everything I've already talked about. Listen, you've talked about a reindeer's on my aunt's ass.
That was suggested. That was only a hypothetical. Thing. That was a hypothetical situation.
No.
It was based on what based on the interview.
No.
Based on the interview.
Listen, when we were driving down the road in our 28-foot, 16 slide-out camper, we hit a reindeer. We hit a damn reindeer. One of the antlers broke off. It ended up in my aunt's eye.
What?
We had to go to the surgery in Nova Scotia. We were on our way to do some Christmas shopping. Now, that's exactly what I said. It just so happened I met a whore going to the bathroom, but before I got there, I had to try on a pair of 114-inch waisted men's pants. The smell in the damn waiting room was so bad that it shrunk down to a 26-inch waist. That is my story.
Wow. Now, I would give you this. That actually is the first intelligent thing that you've said on this entire broadcast. That makes sense. I'm digging that. I like the direction you're going. Now you're reliving your memories. You're reliving, regressing as a, possibly going back into your childhood.
I was not a child when I was 592 pounds. That's impossible.
Well, okay, that's between you and that's between. I'm not even going to touch that subject.
Back to my childhood. What are you trying to say?
Okay. I like where that went. I dug it. Okay, you actually provided some substantial substance for our audience. But what about the Christmas shopping online? You never really got to that. Everyone's doing it now. What do you think of it?
Well, to be honest with you, MISSISSIPPI spells Mississippi, but have you ever heard how you say it in Mississippian?
What does that have to do with online shopping?
M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I.
What? Okay, I can follow that, but what does that? I asked you about online shopping because everyone's doing it.
I was just regressing back to my past like you told me to do when I was a kid.
No, you took that out of context. I wanted to know what you think about online shopping. People are doing it nowadays.
Well, I've got a computer.
Do you know what that means? That means they go to the internet with their computer and a credit card and they buy something. And they have it mailed to them or they have it mailed to a loved one. Online shopping.
Okay, most of my credit cards I bought from Craigslist, okay? People are selling credit cards like you wouldn't believe, people's credit cards that they've just found out in nowhere. And so I'm buying these, and they still work.
Wow, so you're getting now that actually sounds like a Christmas story. It sounds like an early Christmas present. So let me get this straight. You're actually buying things such as you mentioned earlier, like the 28-foot RV with a 16-foot slide out and the reindeer, the swans, all this, the trousers. You're actually doing it with credit cards that you bought on Craigslist and they still have credit on them.
Oh, definitely. definitely.
Okay, now that's, you've just admitted to a felony on, a podcast.
No, I didn't. Matter of fact, uh,
No, I heard it. You said that you're using other
my
people's
real
credit
name is,
cards.
listen, my real name is Greenbaywacky, okay? So,
What? That's not a
oh, I
chance.
think you're being incriminated right now there.
I, I- so you're spreading falsehoods? Bob, where did we get this guest tonight? Bob, come here. Just hold on, Cab 7. I got to talk to the station manager. Bob? Really? Son of a... Okay. Is it Bob? Bob said that he found you outside the J.C. Penney at the mall, and that you were actually sleeping under a car, and he paid you $5 to come on tonight. Is that true?
Bob is only telling half the truth.
What's the rest of the truth? I got it.
It was not a J.C. Penney. It was a Montgomery
Bob, you said a
Ward
J.C. Penney.
store.
No, he said a J.C. Penney.
It was a Montgomery Ward store.
Montgomery Wards, they don't even exist anymore.
Well, pretend that they still exist, okay? Just pretend.
Well, actually, that would make sense why you could sleep out in front of them, because they wouldn't probably pick you
I
up.
didn't sleep out in front of them, and it wasn't under a car.
Oh, my goodness. Where did you come from?
I slept underneath a moose antler.
You can't sleep underneath a moose antler. That's
Do
impossible.
you realize how big one of those antlers are?
There's no way it could cover a human body.
Oh, think again. They're 6 feet long.
6 feet. Okay. I would say this, though. The moose antler is making me think of reindeer. Reindeer makes me think of Santa Claus. Santa Claus makes me think of Christmas. And that makes me think of our topic again, Christmas shopping.
I am full of gas tonight, and I think I've eaten too much. I think I've eaten way too much chocolate pudding.
My goodness gracious. Okay. I think we've just about covered it here, Cab 7. I think you've given about...
What?
No, I think you've covered it. I think we've, nailed it, the Christmas shopping, unless you have something more to add here.
I've only been here for 5 minutes.
5 minutes? You've been here for almost 30 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
No, and I'm not paying by the hour. Bob said that you were paid in full.
Well, I wanted to start talking about my Christmas shopping experience.
I already asked you. You went into some ludicrous story about how you went to Nova Scotia, meeting unsightly women in bath stalls, driving an RV that doesn't even exist, and you're using credit cards that you got on Craigslist.
I never owned an RV. I'm telling you that right now.
You told me that.
I owned a 16-foot slide out.
Okay, in all fairness, okay. The topic tonight was Christmas shopping. You're now saying that you want to talk about that. What do you have for our audience to offer them? Come on, just hurry up. 2 minutes or less, and we're going to get out of here.
Don't do it.
What do you mean don't do it?
Don't go Christmas shopping because it's a living hell.
Why?
Because when you're standing outside those doors of a Walmart store and they've got that special Black Friday going on and there's 5,600 people standing out the door, you don't want to be that one that's sitting right up against the door, because as soon as those doors open, you're going to be flattened like a damn pancake.
That is the most intelligent thing you have said in this entire podcast.
When they're all rushing to the back end of that store, because I know they're all going to go for the electronics, right? They're going to go for that 114-inch screen TV. I already know the routine.
That is the absolute most intelligent thing that you have said this entire podcast.
So
I can actually work with that.
I go ahead while everyone's busy and all the security's back there at the electronics. That's where I'm grabbing a whole bunch of stuff, throwing it into a cart, and then running out the damn door. And then guess what? I take off all the tags, and I run over to Kmart.
Oh, no.
Back in.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. That one.
They said they'll take anything without a receipt as long as it's within 30 days.
I was actually stunned. I was stunned to hear that, actually. You've just admitted to another felony on the show. Switching price tags from Kmart to Walmart.
Remember, my name is Greenbaywacky.
No, that's my name. Okay, I've had it. This podcast is done. That's enough Christmas shopping to last for a lifetime.
Fine.
I will say this. Don't take any advice from this man on the other end of this interview because he's crazy. He's insane. He
Remember, I'm
sleeps under
Greenbaywacky.
antlers. He sleeps under antlers. Look, thank you for tuning in to 107.7. Thank you for listening to Christmas Shopping with Greenbaywacky, and well, it is Cab 7.
I'm Greenbaywacky, not him. I'm the real Greenbaywacky.
You are Cab 7.
Will the real Greenbaywacky please stand up? I'm standing up. See? Look,
I'm standing up. It's a podcast.
No, you're not. You're sitting down because I can see you, you bastard.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of, Christmas Shopping at 107.7, The Current. And we'll see you on the next podcast.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed tonight's podcast of absolute insanity and absurdity. Check out our playlist. We have more podcasts. Subscribe, smash the like button, and share this everywhere. And look for us on our next podcast.